स्पोर्ट्स से जुड़ी किसी भी छोटी या बड़ी अपडेट के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें स्पोर्ट्स तक और साथ ही किसी भी नोटिफिकेशन को पाने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना ना भूलें।
Do you think that, by winning 2 consecutive matches, you are on the highway of reaching the semi-finals, or it is too early?
No, I think in my opinion it's too early to decide that. I think after about 6 games we'll be in a better position to know where we stand in the tournament, where we stand in the table. But yeah, we couldn't have asked for a better start against 2 strong sides. The good thing is we're playing all strong sides up front. So as I mentioned in Mumbai before we left, if we do well in the first phase, then we'll be in a better position to reach the semi-finals. So for us, it's actually a good thing that we're playing the strongest sides in world cricket. If you look at the rankings before the first phase gets over, so from that point of view, we have to be at the best, at the top of our game, and precisely what we've done in the 2 games, and that's why we won both.
Virat, when you were out there batting, the crowd was giving Steve Smith a hard time. You seemed to be gesturing to try and get them to perhaps treat him a little differently. Can you just talk us through why you did that and how you saw it?
Look, I think what's happened has happened like long back. The guy's back, he's trying to play well for his side. Even in the IPL, I saw him. It's not good to see someone down like that, to be honest. I mean, we've had issues in the past. We've had a few arguments on the field, but you don't want to see a guy, feeling that heat every time he goes out to play. I mean, what's happened has happened. Everyone's known that. He's come back. He's worked hard. He's playing well for his side now. So just because there's so many Indian fans here, I just didn't want them to set a bad example, to be honest, because he didn't do anything to be booed, in my opinion. He's just playing cricket. I mean, he was just standing there, and I felt bad because if I was in a position where, something had happened with me, and I had apologized, I accepted it, and I came back, and still I would get booed, I wouldn't like it either. So I just felt for him, and I told him I'm sorry for on behalf of the crowd, because I've seen that happen in a few earlier games as well, and in my opinion, that's not acceptable.
Virat, considering that we had lost to almost the same Australian side 4 years ago in Sydney, do you feel extremely pleased after having today's tough match?
Look, we were more motivated to win today because of the fact that we lost the series in India, being 2-0 up, and there was no Mitchell Starc either. So him coming in makes their bowling lineup even stronger. So I think we had to be at the top of our game, as I said, and couldn't have asked for a better game, to be honest, in all 3 departments. Set the tone the way we wanted to with the bat up front, getting a very good opening partnership. I got runs, Hardik played outstandingly well, MS played his role perfectly, KL just struck the ball so beautifully. So from that point of view, I think we played a really good one-day game today, something that any team would want to do. And yes, the results in the past, we had to make sure that against this side, we win all the moments, the crucial moments. Once you let your foot off the pedal, then they will capitalize because they're always looking to be on top of the opposition. So very, very pleased with this one.
Virat, just before you, Aaron Finch came and said that you bowled very well to David Warner and kept him quiet, and ultimately that did make a difference. Can you throw light on that particular aspect of the game today where you kept Warner quiet?
Well, we sort of felt like they were a bit hesitant in going for the boundary option. So the communication was very simple: bowl, at good lengths, but within the stumps, and pitch it up. Because as a batsman, I know when you're not looking for a boundary option, the last ball you want is a length ball on stumps, because you have to play a good shot to get a boundary. And I just felt like at that stage, they didn't want to lose wickets. Was the mentality that we felt like they wanted to keep wickets so that it can strike big in the end. But I think that was too big a total to play like that initially. So we sensed that, the bowlers sensed that, and then we just thought the higher we take the run rate, we will get a few chances to take wickets, and then the game will go beyond them slowly. So I think that the communication was important from the bowlers as well. So it was both ways. It wasn't just me speaking to them. We both had a discussion, and then we executed a plan.
Virat, 2 things. One, what about Shikhar's injury? An update on that, and also the fact that have you during these phases, has the Indian team 22 overs of dot balls. If we go by the dot ball count, like it's an astounding count against an Australian team of this quality. So how do you rate that? An extension of that question, 22 overs of dot ball.
Shikhar's fitness, I'm not too sure at the moment. Just come out of the field, and Patrick's in control of the situation. He will give us an update by tomorrow, and then I'm sure it will be conveyed through Merlin to the whole media setup. Yeah, look, I mean, I mentioned before the game, if we put enough runs on the board, we back our bowling lineup to defend anything. And there's a good reason why I said that, because you have two wrist spinners in the middle overs who are always looking to pick wickets, and then you have Bhuvi, Bumrah, Hardik's bowling really well, Kedar can chip in with a few overs. On an overcast day, Shami could play as well. So you're looking at strike bowlers through and through. So in one-day cricket, when you have strike bowlers, you will have dot balls, because the batsman will give respect to a guy who can get you out. So I think we have a really good bowling lineup, and they understand their strengths. More importantly, you just give them the ball in a situation, and they know exactly what to do. So I literally don't have anything to plan with these guys, because they do their skill so well, and they're at the top of their game right now for sure. And I hope they can be in that mindset so that we can go along with the tournament.
Virat, what was the thought process when we were actually at 36 overs, 220 for 2, you were already scoring at 6, sending Pandya at number 4? At that point, you suddenly reckon it's a 350 pitch, not 325. I mean, ultimately it proved as a kind of a great plan, because it scored at 177 strike rate.
Yeah, look, the communication before that was, if I get out, MS will come in to control that one end. And if the other guy gets out, if Shikhar got out, then I would have, Hardik would have stepped in. So exactly what happened. And the communication came from the management. They said, let's send Hardik and try and capitalize this phase, because last time we played here against Sri Lanka, we got 330 and we lost the game. And then the fact that Hardik said to me in the middle, the fact that I'm there at one end gave him more freedom to just strike from ball one, and he literally just wanted to strike at 200. That was his plan, and then MS came in and he did the same job beautifully. So yeah, I think that's where management and that communication is very important also. They understood that this is a phase where we could get those extra runs, and they just sent Hardik, and I think that was a really, really good plan.